This is the Q from Comics Being Sci-Fi. I'm here with Brian, who is the writer, sometimes illustrator, and the creator of Staunch Ambition. Tell us about Staunch Ambition.
Staunch ambition, this idea would not let me go. What if, in our future, we entered the supernatural through advanced technology? Is this general concept. So one of my taglines is "Welcome to the New Enlightenment," right? So you go from the scientific age, technology, and then mesh that with the supernatural or the next dimension, or how, depending on your viewpoint, world view. And so, but general idea, but of course that's driven by the characters in that context.
The cover art is amazing. So I know you're sometimes illustrator. So how many issues do you have out right now?
So I have a preview issue 0, and then issues 1 through 4, pretty much 5.5 because 4 is a double size issue. And then we have season 1 trade, which is all of the issues combined, and issues 1 through 3 remastered. So this is everything. And then these are the separate issues as well. So I've been chipping these out. The production on this is not easy to do. Every page is full rendered paints. I have original music for the book. It's an original professionally made soundtrack.
And then I was noticing in the back, so tell us about this Inferno, well, because you got Motor City crossed out. So tell us about this Inferno City Firehouse. What kind of comic is that?
That is true stories from real Detroit firefighters. So I was busy working on a sci-fi book, firefighter fan, geek, was buying my sci-fi book, saw this poster I did for the Detroit Fire Department years ago. And he's like, "You should do a book about firefighters." And I'm like, yeah, in my head, I'm like, yeah, right. I'm so busy with this book. But he's like, nobody does books on firefighters. And I kind of stuck with me. So I started doing some searches online, and I found a couple things. And that was it. Joe Quesada did some stuff during 9/11, and then one graphic novel, Ashes. And they were cool, but I was like, I got to do this. So I took true stories from Detroit firefighters. And my grandfather was a Detroit firefighter for 26 years. Ended up a lieutenant, and I took something tough. He's a tough old school guy. My aunt told me she only saw her dad cry twice. One time when his wife was sick. My grandmother lived to be 97, so she was fine. But he went through, it was hard just to write it and illustrate it. And then I took stories from my childhood. I lived with a Detroit firefighter and did ride-alongs with him, and then combined it. And you get some like real gritty, but real life stuff going on in here.
Nice, that sounds amazing. So I also see the poster for the Florian's Nights, the movie.
Metro Times did an article on my Inferno City Firehouse, and Pan, the director, I won't try to pronounce his whole name. He's got this long, he says, just call me Pan. But he directed Florian's Nights while he was doing filming still, and he flew, I hooked him up with the same fire crew that I was doing ride-alongs with. They came to my house, filmed me and my book, which is supposed to come out as his own short film, and then J.A. DeFoy over here and I did the poster, the official poster for them. I came up with the tagline, "We ride to survive," because it's about firefighters that ride motorcycles to deal with their PTSD.
Oh.
And there's actual science to that.
Okay.
Obviously not riding a motorcycle in rush hour traffic, but when you're out on the open road, man, it's like it's therapeutic. It's a great documentary streaming everywhere, Florian's Nights, and I did some designs for them and all that. So I couldn't be happier. Have my name in the first, my name in credits of a first movie is awesome.
That's dope. So tell us where we can find these books and how to get them.
You could go to staunchambition.com as a website, but everything I have now that I'm doing all kinds of books. My next book is going to be on John the Baptist, epic graphic novel about his gritty life, But anyways, Brian with an I, Brian E. Arts.
Okay.
Brian with an I, E as in easy, arts.com is one, or you can just find me on social media, Brian E. Arts, or look up Staunch Ambition or Inferno City Firehouse. I got all that's out there.
All right, well, you heard it here. Come pick up a book of Staunch Ambition and Firehouse, and look out for Blood of the Baptist. That's going to be a good one. This is the Q from Comics Being Sci-Fi.